Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. I know I'm starting off very happy for a disappointing video of 2017, but I mean, it's only makeup. I am not going to give too much of a disclaimer, but I know every time I do these videos people are like, oh my god, stop hating on that brand and you just don't know how to use that product properly. Makeup is makeup, guys. It's not a really big deal. If I don't like something, it's okay, and if you love it, that's fantastic for you. This is just my opinion, but these are just the products I didn't like in 2017. Some of them are repeat products. You may have seen them throughout the year. They may have been featured in monthly hits and misses or whatever. So if you have seen some of the products and you say, why are you mentioning that again? It's just because it's a whole roundup of 2017 and maybe some people missed those videos. So just bear with me on that one. So in this video, I may be a little bit nag-nelly because obviously I'm talking about products I don't like. So if you want to see happier, chirpier videos, then definitely check out my 2017 favorite drugstore products and my 2017 favorite high-end products. So they might be more of an interest to you and they'll be linked down below. I'm going to start off with my most recent disappointing product. I have a lot of foundations in this bag, guys, so just beware. This is going to be foundation heavy. I was loving face products in 2017 and I was trying so many. I love foundation now. I don't know why. I'm all about foundation and I just feel like finding a good foundation is like finding, you know, gold. One of my most disappointing foundations of the year was probably from Huda Beauty. This was a foundation that I was actually excited about trying because I have the liquid lipsticks. Well, I've one, and this is the one I'm actually wearing today, Medusa. I love it. And I was like, oh, the eyeshadows are not too bad either. I feel like anything I've used from Huda Beauty, I actually quite enjoyed. So I was thinking that this foundation was going to be great. For starters, I bought the wrong color. It's too dark. I don't know if you can see that there in the back of my hand. Yeah, I'm wearing self-tan, so it actually does kind of match a little bit at the moment. The problem I have with this foundation is it just made my skin look kind of crappy. It sunk into fine lines. It didn't hold back my oils. When you're in your 20s, you don't want your skin to appear older than it is, if that makes any sense. I just feel like this formula didn't match my skin at all. I didn't think it worked for my skin whatsoever. I was highly disappointed in it, especially for the price. It was almost like 43, 44 euro, and I just felt like I wanted it to work a little bit more and it didn't, and it fell really short for me, but it's not something for me. I tried it twice after doing the initial first impressions and I still didn't care for it, and the undertone of it is quite yellow as well, so it just didn't match me either. I know I have mentioned this product at some stage this year, but this is the self-adjusting complexion primer from Urban Decay. I don't know what they were thinking with this product. It's supposed to be one of those products that has those like beads in it that kind of like adhere to your natural skin tone, and it kind of makes your skin look airbrushed and filtered. Shanaxo was the reason I bought this because she raved about it, and you can see from the product I have used a good bit of it. I've used it like 3, 4, 5 times. My issue with it is it comes out like this grey shade, but when you blend it into your skin, well, it's actually a white shade. When you blend this into your skin, it almost feels like cement. And it gives your face this kind of white cast. Grabbed onto dry skin that I didn't even know I had, and it emphasized it. It felt like it was cement or like gritty or something that I was rubbing onto my skin. It just didn't feel comfortable. It didn't look good. It made my skin look dull. Didn't look good on my skin. I don't even have any other comments to make about this product other than it was overpriced junk. And I am raging for every day that I bought this. And every time I buy a product like this that I don't like, I am so jealous of people that live in the US that when they don't like a product, they can bring it back and get a refund. Because I am stuck with something that cost almost 40 euro. That's just the way the beast here in Ireland. It's sad, but true. I have oily skin and it just grabbed to dry patches I don't even have on my face. So I don't know. If you have dry skin, I would stay clear. This was another odd primer. Very odd primer. I love Soap and Glory. Soap and Glory is one heck of a blot. It's like my favorite primer of life. But they had the Fab Pore 3-in-1 Oil Control Serum. It's supposed to be like a primer or serum. You can use it underneath moisturizer or before you apply foundation. So the problem I have with this is, again, kind of similar to the Urban Decay product. This like clings to weird patches on my skin and kind of balls up. It's a bit different to that one where that one just kind of like emphasizes dryness on my skin, but this one kind of like balls up on my skin, and you can literally run your hand the opposite way and it will kind of like go into like little balls, and it's really weird. I used it a few times and this is not a primer for me anyway, and it's definitely not something I would use underneath a moisturizer again because I just like mixed into like some sort of weird paste that was like just adding texture to my skin and balling up, and I don't know. I don't know the purpose of this. One Heck of a Blot is so well formulated that I just thought that this might be something good, and it wasn't. Okay, I have to talk about this. I have to, because it's 2017 roundup of disappointing products. I know I mentioned it before. I'm going to mention it again. I'm going to wreck your head about this product, but I have to talk about it. It is the Kylie Cosmetics Royal Peach Palette. I am not even going to say too much about this product. I have talked about this till the cows have come home, and you guys know my feelings on this. Junk palette, don't waste your money on it. Should never have been invented, should never have come out. Pigmentation is poor, shadows don't perform well. It was an all-rounder bad product. If you want to see my full review on it, I'll link it down below if you want more information. You are done for 2017. We're never going to see this product ever again on my channel. Well, I never say never, but I hope to God we won't be seeing this anymore. I just feel like this was just the worst palette I've ever tried for the price. It was like 50 odd euro, and I was like, what was I thinking? I don't even need to go into the pigmentation because there is none. There is just no pigmentation. Everything lacks quality. No matter how much I kind of try and get this to work on my eyes, it doesn't work. It's patchy. Goodbye. You are cancelled, Royal Peach Palette for 2017. Another product I didn't really like were these Makeup Revolution Skin Kiss highlighters. They brought out a few of them. I like one of them. I think it's called the peach one, but this is the Bronze Kiss. Now, I know this is supposed to be a bronzer for more deeper skin tones, or not a bronzer, a highlighter for deeper skin tones, but why is it called a Bronze Kiss and a Cream Bronze Glow? I don't get that. I tried to use this as a cream bronzer, and this just looked patchy. It looked dry. It was grabbing onto my foundation and pulling it off. It looked awful on my skin. There is ginormous big gold glitter particles in it. It's so chunky, and ugh, no, I don't like you. Never liked it. If you have deeper skin, maybe this might work, just if you're not wearing any foundation, because it pulls the foundation off. I just don't know how that was supposed to work. The other thing is Ice Kiss highlighter. This was so powdery. I don't even know where to begin with this product. It was kind of chunky and glittery. You can kind of see it there. Ugh, no. There was like massive particles of glitter. So when I put this on my cheekbones, there was like glitter everywhere, like a glitter attack. We know I don't like too much glitter in my highlighters. It's not what I look for. I like something a little bit more natural looking, as natural as it can get, like a glow. And that was just like chunky glitter, kind of stripy mess on my skin. I didn't like it. Again, another product that a lot of people kind of jumped at my throat about disliking was the Wet n Wild Icon blush. And this is an ombre blush, and the shade that I got it in was the Princess Daiquiris. It looks like this, and I thought this was going to be a really pretty blush, but this didn't show up on my skin. It was just way too light. I don't even know if you can see that there. It's just that it just didn't look nice on my skin tone. It's not only just the colour, it kind of performed a little bit badly as well. I found it a bit powdery and just sat on top of the skin and kind of looked an ashy on my skin. So I don't know. I don't want to bash this product anymore. It's definitely meant for lighter skin tones. Didn't like it. And just the powderiness of it as well was just a little bit of a dud product for me. And this is probably the last time you'll see this foundation as well. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Ah, God, man alive. I have been through so much pain with this product. I'm in the shade 6.5. I bought this in London. Either in March or in January, I can't remember, because I was in London a few times last year, but I know it was early in the year. When I went to duty free, I was like, yeah, let's just buy it in the duty free. I got matched by the lady, and I was delighted with myself. Very happy to pick up this product because so many YouTubers rave about it. So many bloggers talk about it. I mean, it is a really hyped up product. It looked awful on my skin. Awful. I can't even stress how awful this looked. I was doing a first impression video of this, and I actually went to meet a friend for coffee, and she was like, what's wrong with your foundation? I was like, oh, it's just a new foundation I'm testing. And she's like, yeah, it's not really matching your skin. It's really oily. Like, my friends can be quite blunt. Let's be honest here. My friends love me and they're like, girl, what are you doing? This is not good. She was like, your skin is really oily. She's like, Aisling, I know you have oily skin, but like I've never seen it this bad before. When I got home, I looked in the mirror and I was like, wow, it's first of all the wrong tone or something. It just looked bad on my skin. It just didn't blend in very well. I just threw away the first impressions because I was like, why am I doing this? It was so oily. My face was moist and it just didn't look good. It kind of looked like it aged my skin as well. It wasn't like glowy or youthful or anything like that. I have tried the Power Fabric foundation from Armani and I prefer it, but Luminous Silk, not for me. Now my friend Michelle wears the Luminous Silk and it looks nice on her skin. But for me, with my oily skin, no. It's no bueno. No. One of the worst foundations. Does anyone remember this product? This is the LA Girl Pro Powder HD High Definition Setting Powder. Oh, I don't know why they make these powders. I know they're for camera. I know they're for film. I know they're for that type of production, but why do these products exist when you've got the likes of Laura Mercier translucent powder, even the Coty Airspun translucent powder, translucent powders that work. Apparently the Fit Me one from Maybelline, that translucent powder is supposed to be amazing. I don't know why these exist. It's this white shade. It's a silica based powder. I don't know if you can see that. There's like dust floating all over the air. First of all, I actually can't believe I'm doing this. I'm rubbing this on my fingers and it just feels horrible. It's like really it's like nails on a chalkboard. I hate it. I hate this powder. You probably have seen powders like this, HD powders, where people wear them on the red carpet, then they get flash photography. So whatever way this reflects against flash, it looks awful. Powdery, white. The consistency of it feels disgusting. I put this underneath my eyes and it kind of like dried out the whole area and just made it look crepey. It sank into fine lines. Apparently the Makeup Forever one and the NYX one are just like this, so I would stay clear if you don't like those type of powders. You are going in the bin. Probably one of the worst powders I've ever tried in my life. This concealer. Again, another video I got torn to shreds about was the MUA full face makeup tutorial. Basically, I did a full face using MUA makeup and the majority of the MUA products I used were junk. I stand by it. I didn't like MUA as a brand. I found their customer service to be an abomination. I received a couple of products broke and they never ever got back to me, despite the fact I emailed them 3 times about the products being broke. It left a really bad taste in my mouth that I don't want to purchase any more products from MUA, and I have no interest in the brand. Anything I used in that makeup tutorial didn't really work very well, and I don't know. It's not anything to do with the price because I use Penny's makeup. I use the Makeup Revolution makeup, I use Freedom makeup, I use Collection makeup, and they're all quite affordable and they work incredibly well, and I never have any issues with using really affordable products. That's not my issue. Products don't work, that's my issue. But this concealer was probably one of the most bizarre, strange and weird concealers of the entire year. So it basically goes on like this kind of like milky consistency, but the more you try and apply, the more it kind of takes off, and when you're trying to blend it out, it just kind of like removes some of the product. It reminds me a bit of like a cream, like a moisturizing cream or something. Not a concealer if you have dark circles or you want to conceal anything. It's not going to conceal anything. All it's going to do is just remove product from underneath your eye, and you're going to be left with just your bags underneath your eye, basically. Unless MUA come out with something amazing or their customer service gets a little bit better, I possibly won't be buying from them in 2018, and that's just my honest opinion. Now, LA Girl, I actually really like LA Girl. I think LA Girl have lovely foundations. I love their concealers. I'm a big fan of some of their lip products, but they brought out this contour product that I didn't like. It has like a highlight on one side, or like a setting powder, and then like a contour. The problem with the contour is that it was just so muddy on my skin. Wherever you apply it, it kind of grabs to and won't blend out. You can see there, I'm trying to blend it out even with my finger. It just kind of like stays in one place, doesn't blend out, so you don't get that really nice kind of blended contour. You just get like streaky lines and kind of a little bit patchy. Because it was so dark, like that was just the wrong shade that I got. But even if I got the right shade for me. Just the way it grabs to the area, it was not something I liked. And my whole entire face was set, so it wasn't like it was grabbing to wet products. I don't know, I just didn't really like it. It was a big pass for me. Does anyone remember these from the year? Haha. These were one of the worst liquid lipsticks I've ever tried. And I'm not a big fan of liquid lipsticks, so, you know, don't take my word for it. If you want to try them out yourself, go for it. But I have had so many subscribers saying thank you so much for, you know, basically being honest about these products. They weren't good. They tried them themselves and they found them not to be great. They kind of like were agreeing with me. I bought these as a lip kit set and I thought they were going to be very similar to the Kylie Jenner lip kits. I actually compared them to it and you can see that video down below. The lip liners were actually quite good, so that's why they're not included in these, but these liquid lipsticks were awful. What they did was once you apply them to your lips and you put your lips together like this, like instead of your lips separating like they normally would, they were like gloopy, so they would like pull apart really slowly, and you can see that in the video. And then they would just leave like a little butthole on your lips. It was not attractive. My lips looked awful. They were like crispy, chunky, not looking good. My lips actually looked so dried out, dehydrated, and you could see like the bits of my skin almost from these products nearly peeling off. It was nasty. That's just to say the least. Does anybody in their right mind remember this? This is the MAC Roller Wheel Liquid Liner. MAC, I love you. What were you thinking? Even the product itself, if I could get past the fact that it was a roller wheel, like I can get past the fact that they were trying to be innovative, or trying to invent something new. If the eyeliner inside the product actually worked really, really well, I could probably get over the fact that there was a wheel on this because I could use like a little brush to apply it. But the actual eyeliner itself was a little bit chunky and flaky. So would you apply it? It kind of felt heavy on the eye and kind of a bit flaky. Now, I tried my best to try and get this to work and it didn't work for me. So I feel like if you're a beginner, this is not going to be for you. Or even if you're advanced in makeup, just don't buy it. I'm just putting a word of warning out there. It's not good. This next product basically blew up the internet this year. Wow, what an overstatement of the year. I'm only 3 days in. But everybody went crazy for this product, and it is the DramaticMAC Film Studio foundation basically, and it's supposed to be super high coverage. I bought this back when it wasn't really overly hyped. I think I'd only seen one person talk about it and I wanted to try it out for myself. And I did do a first impressions of this foundation. This did not look good on my skin at all. It looked really, really heavy, cakey, not good. I really wanted to like this because I found if this was a really, really, really full coverage, that it might be something that I could wear on nights out or something like that. But no, not something for me. I tried mixing it with other foundations, still kind of did the same things that it was doing when I wore it alone, which is kind of looking heavy and cakey and seeping into fine lines and things. Wasn't for me. I'm not a big fan of this. So I know an awful lot of people did really like the DramaticMAC foundation, but I was one of those weird exceptions and I didn't like it. So we're down to the last few products, guys. This is from LA Girl, I think. Yeah, it's their Pro Primer. I didn't like this. There's no need to even kind of discuss too much about it. It's supposed to be like a cream primer for the eyelid, but again, it does weird things like seep into fine lines and creases on me, so it stopped my eyeshadows actually even looking nice, and I would avoid it like the plague. And then does anyone remember this catastrophe of a brow liner? I don't know what the hell this was. This is supposed to be like the goof proof from Benefit because it's angled. All this did to me was flake into my eyebrows, go patchy, look awful. You can't even fill in your brows with it because all these little patches come off, and the product kind of breaks in the brow as well, so you're left with big chunks, and even when you comb them through, they're kind of still like there. Not good. You're like combing out more of the chunks than actually trying to fill in your brow, if that makes any sense. And it just kind of left my brows patchy. I didn't like it, but we discussed that a few times this year, so you're done. You're done. And the final thing I want to talk about is from Fenty Beauty. I like Fenty Beauty's highlighters. I think they're really, really, really good. I love Rihanna. I am a massive Rihanna fan. Like she is my be all and end all. Love her. And when she brought out her own makeup line, I was like, yes, girl, I'm all over that. I will be buying it 100%. So I bought this, the primer and the highlighter. Love the highlighter. Primer I'm on the fence about. I don't either hate or love it. So that's why it's not in either of those videos. It's not in a favorites and it's not in a dislikes, because it's just, I didn't dislike it enough to have it in a fail. In the foundation, I think I have tried this maybe 10 times at this stage. I'd say I'm probably down to about here, maybe even here, from using it that much. I really, really wanted to like this. I gave it so many tries. I wore it to dinner, I wore it to the cinema, I wore it like on nights where I wasn't going out for very long, just to see what it looked like on a shorter period of time. I wore it for the entire day. I wore it in a testing video. I just feel like this never ever ever was meant for me, because it just looks awful on my skin. It seeps into all of my pores, every single pore that's on my face, even pores I didn't even know I had. And it just transfers so much. It doesn't look good. The color's not great. The consistency of it for me, you know, it's great when you initially put it on. It's quite matte, it looks lovely. But then out of every foundation that I've tried this year, other than the Luminous Silk, but we won't even go there, this made me look so oily, so oily, very quickly as well. About 3 hours in, I was looking like an oily hot mess. And no matter where I wore it, if I wore it indoors, outdoors, it still happened. The worst part was the seepage. Like, it just made my skin look awful, really heavy, cakey, and then mixing with the oils and everything, it was just a hot mess. I am so sorry, Rihanna, but I didn't like your foundation. Breathing a sigh of relief. I am now definitely going to go and make myself a cup of tea. I said that in my last video, but I didn't get to do it, but I'm going to go do it now. I am done and dusted for all my favorites and misses from 2017, guys. I really hope that you had a fantastic 2017. You guys know it wasn't the best for me, but you guys were there. No matter what happened, you had my back, and I love you guys for that. Thank you so much for watching me in the whole of 2017. I can't thank you enough. I am so excited for 2018 because I have so many ideas already. I have really cool things coming up, and I just can't wait to share them all with you guys. And I want to do like a different variety of videos this year, so if you have any ideas, throw them at me, because I will be happy to film them. I'm bringing my channel back to myself in 2018. No more kind of like, oh, this is trending at the moment, let's do that. No, I want to do videos that you guys want to see and that I want to make, and that is the whole bottom line and like my New Year's resolution for this year. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I love you so much, and mwah, I will talk to you soon. Bye.